Okay, sorry, we switched locations because I realized that the air was blowing and it's kind of a weird background noise. So anyway, back to after I explain essentials, we'll start Spanish in September. Typing list, they just need to check off. And then I get to geography, which is a little bit more of a conversation, so we just made part 2 of this video. So geography this year is going to be like 2nd through 8th grade all together, gonna do the same one. So there's, originally I had given everyone this and I explained like, oh, there's these 3 different tracks for each level, and we'll do this. Well, that was getting really complicated. So we've never done geography, and I feel like the kids have a very small sense of like broad geographic locations and terms, and so we're going to put everybody on the primary level, and with that we'll do the whole book in 1 year. Originally we had talked about separating it out into 2 or 3 years, but it makes sense for everyone to do it together. It's easier on us grouping the kids together, kind of like family style, and it just covers all the bases. Like, you know, we'll start with the world. Week 1, what is a globe? What shape is it? Hopefully they can answer those. If we're struggling to figure out what the answers are, use this book. So all the home day groups have one of these books, and you can use this as a guide to tell you what pages. So week 1 is right here, and on the back, like I highlighted in this one, TUG means the ultimate geographic and timeline guide. The ultimate guide is TUG. So that will show you where to reference. All of this correlates to this and this, like all the mapping, that it's all in here for you. This, and then this is week 2. So this would be the next Monday. So we are only going to do this on Mondays. There's mapping right here, there's questions answered, but we're gonna go through this entire book. So we're gonna start with just doing the world for the first 2 Mondays, and then I kind of moved it around. You'll see these little tabs. We are gonna jump to Africa, so that's number 2. Oh no, sorry. So after the world, this is number 1, but then I did the 7 continents. So then we're gonna first jump to Africa, which starts at 14. And then we're gonna go in order pretty much from there. 2 is Asia, and then 3 is Australia. And then where's 4? 4 is, then we go back. 4 is North America, South America, Antarctica. That's kind of going to be February most likely, and thought we could do a penguin unit. And then lastly, Europe. And so you'll do the same thing, like follow the weeks. We're just going to go a little bit out of order. We're going to do the first 2 in the world and then jump to Africa. And so I realize I forgot to make that. I will make a sheet to go through all the days, like which week we're doing which week, basically, out of here. But everyone's going to do the first track, the primary level. So with the geography, we're going to do some art. And I want to explain that for just a minute. We have 2 different art things. So in this book, right here on the back, it'll reference geography through art. And it has build a paper mache earth. Well, we actually got that book. It's like a supplemental book, and Audra's awesome and made kits. So this is the geography through art. Everything's in here. We have so many supplies. We want everyone to use them. Hopefully this is the best way to make that happen. I know even for Audra and I on Mondays here at the building, if we have to gather all the supplies, sometimes things just don't happen. So this way it's ready to go for everyone. Even at home or at the building, people are gonna do the same kind of thing. We've never done this before, so I'm not really sure if this is gonna be like a multiple week thing, if they can do it in 1 week. So we just kind of prepped 2 world projects, a Pangea puzzle, Earth from Space. It's like kind of doing positive, negative space with there's chalk in here and black paper. There's actually 2 projects in this. And then paper mache globe, and there's a balloon in here to use. This is tracing and then cutting it out and trying to rearrange it. So all the instructions are in here on these papers behind here. There's also tracing paper. And then there's 1 Africa, actually 2, I think. There's an Africa one, and then making a map yourself, a collage with a butterfly in here. So we'll keep doing that. If it goes well, then we'll keep doing those projects and making kits for all of these continents. Okay, so that's that. And then let me explain 2 things here. So the other thing that they had in the actual geography through art book was called a quick sketch. And they went through, this starts in Africa. There wasn't any for the world, but this is their quick sketch journal that they can just kind of sketch the pyramids, focusing on the shapes and just see what they draw. And something to help this, I know all of the kids are kind of like, oh, I'm terrible at drawing, or they want it to look a certain way. Something that we've done to just kind of focus on drawing this year is we've purchased a video course, also because we don't have art class this year. It's called Artistic Pursuits, and once I get the information, I haven't received it yet, I'm not sure how to do that. I will put it inside here, the login information, and then it is a very like systematic step-by-step videos of drawing concepts, like how to draw. So this is Kalia's packet. Some are much bigger, but it has all of the things that she needs. I'm waiting on a pen to come from Amazon that'll go in here. And then this drawing paper, and then there's some black paper that they said they need a project. So these are the tools they said that you need for the video. That's included in this kit for Flex Days. And that will help the kids with this, like it goes kind of together. So, you know, the kids could spend 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, however, whatever time you guys have for that, or what the kids want to do. So I think that I've covered everything. Let me know if you have questions. I try to make channels for a lot of these things, and then maybe if we add things on Google Classroom, we can remind people on Slack, because I know that we don't look at that all the time, whereas Slack is kind of like a text message with the notification. So the last thing on here is, did you read something for fun for 30 minutes? So if the kids want to take home books, we are fine with that. If they bring it back, it has a sticker on it that Kristen did, so they know it's a school book, but maybe let's do 1 book at a time. They bring it back and get a new book. One thing different we're gonna do this year with reading, they're still gonna do reading minutes, which Audra, actually not Audra, Susie's helping me with a checklist we'll include in here also, where they just check off if they did 30 minutes Monday and Wednesday. One thing is we want the kids to expand their book choices, and so we've gotten rid of all the graphic novels upstairs, and the kids, if they read 2 books, they can earn getting a graphic novel back, and read that and then turn it back in and get a new one, read 2 books and get a new one. That is going to be the policy for the most part for 2nd to 8th graders. We might have a couple exceptions for the kids who are still just kind of building that reading fluency, and I say that as in like the youngest ones, like maybe Grace and Camila. So we can discuss that a little bit later, but I hope that this makes sense. All the things we need are in here, and on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday will kind of be its own thing. Like Monday and Wednesday are a lot more pieces, and then Tuesday and Thursday are longer classes, but like more quality time. And so Tuesday and Thursday or Friday, they're really just gonna have a science book that they're gonna use only in science, and a science notebook. They won't have any homework on Monday or Wednesday. And then math lesson, and they'll do games and logic book with Melanie and Sabrina. That will all stay at school. And then we'll have like mystery of history and book club, literature combination, and that stuff will occasionally carry over. I know Bob Ashes said that he's going to do reader response questions like for the Rangers Apprentice group for the boys. So we will put that in the binders as we go. We might reference that to the kids, like, I'm giving this to you, make sure you put it inside there. And even maybe we'll take a picture and put it on Slack also. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. I will have these all ready by Sunday at church, that you guys can go over this with your kids before Monday. So, okay, thanks.